Hello, in this video I am going to show you how to hack your PlayStation Classic using the BleemSync hack on version 0.4. If you're using a old version, I've got videos for that, but I recommend this newer version because it's more stable and it has a really cool feature where it automatically scrapes and gets the metadata. For example, it configures the files automatically, and it also gets the cover art automatically, and the naming is less important of the files as well. Okay, so first thing what you want to do is make sure you've got a USB stick, plug it in, which I've already got it plugged in right here. I'd recommend USB 2.0 for maximum compatibility. Some USB 3.0 sticks are meant to work from what I read online, but for maximum compatibility, USB 2.0 is your way to go. Next, you want to open up a disk utility, and we need to format the USB stick. So select your USB stick, click erase, and make sure the name is set to Sony all uppercase. And now for the format, select MS-DOS FAT, which is FAT32, click erase, and this will format. This will take just a few seconds, and then you'll be done. You'll mount it back up, and you'll see it very shortly on the left hand side. Okay, so that's all done. As you can see, our stick is now empty. We can go ahead and download the BleemSync hack. If you go to Chrome or any web browser, and if you Google BleemSync, go to the GitHub page. I'll provide a link to it anyway, just to help you out. Go to the releases folder, releases section, I should say. Click the OSX download link. I've already got it downloaded, so to save some time, this video will work the same whether you are doing 0.4.1 or 0.4.0, but recommend 0.4.1. It's just newer and a lot better. Okay, so now what you want to do is extract this. So if we extract it like so, and you want to go to the games folder. Actually, no, you want to copy all of this, copy this onto your USB stick. And this shouldn't take long. This will probably take just a matter of probably 30 seconds maximum. And I'll have a sip of my tea while I wait. Okay, so still waiting, but it will be done very shortly. So almost there, almost there. Again, we are literally at the last little bit. 5 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. More like about 7, 8 seconds. Okay, so now we can actually add our games. So go to the games folder. We got 2 folders, 1 and 2. As you add more games, you just get more folders here. Just name them 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you get the picture. You just increment it by 1. At the moment, though we have some data in there, they're just empty files. As you can see, this just says 0 bytes. This is just to show you the format required. So you need a folder here, which is the game number. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Then you have a folder in there called game data. Then inside of there, you have all your files. We can get rid of the BenQ and the lick files and the PNG because we'll be adding that. I'm going to add that manually via a different game. You can get rid of the game.ini file. The only thing you need in here is the pcsx.csg. So every time, just make sure you have this folder here, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just keeps going. Game data, pcsx.cfg. Now you can copy and paste the bin and Q files right here. So this won't take very long at all. This should be over and done with in about a minute. So this is just Crash Bandicoot. It's about 632.1 megabytes in size the file is. So in about a minute it will be finished, and then I'll actually just show you the last process that you have to do on your Mac. Then you can actually, then we will switch over to the PlayStation Classic, plug it in, and just get it working and playing Crash Bandicoot. Almost there now. We're almost there with it. Just a little bit longer. A little bit longer. I'm trying to think of things that I can talk about. I think I'll talk to you about what I'm going to eat. So after I've created this video, I've got one more video to create. It is a programming video. Once I've done that, I'm going to edit them while they are being exported. I'm going to have some food. I'm going to have a fish burger. I'm going to have a pizza. On pizza, I'm going to have some tuna. I am looking forward to that for dessert. I'm going to have some waffles, ice cream, and syrup. Golden syrup, I believe. And yeah, I think that will be my food after doing all of this. Okay, so it's all copied and pasted over. Now what we need to do is just run the BleemSync application. So go to your BleemSync folder. You need to run this right here. So if you double click it, click open. Configuration file BleemSync.config. That's just right there. Okay, let me try running it a different way. So if you open up terminal, put cd, which is change directory, drag this over like so. If the color of your terminal isn't the same, doesn't matter. I've just changed the settings. And now we're just going to do .4/BleemSync. Okay, so this is just going to, as you can see, so it says game.ini doesn't exist. Grabbing from BleemSync Central, found serial SCUS-94900 from disk image, so that Crash Bandicoot bin, and it's added it to the database. I'm thinking, why is he added, Tony Hawk to the database? The reason is, if we go to games, go to 2, there was already some content here. These files, this is just 0 bytes, so it's basically a template. So this game won't actually work because the game's not here, but that's the reason it says that. But you'll actually remove these files and just add your own, so you wouldn't have that. So if we go to 1, as you can see, it's fetched the PNG, so it's fetched the correct cover art. Also, the great thing about this version of BleemSync is you don't have to name your files in a specific way. You don't have to. Before, you would have to put SCUS-94900, which is the serial of the game, and make sure the bin and the queue file are named the same like that. Still recommended that you have both of the files named the same, but they can be named whatever you want. And because if it's named like the game name, when you just have a quick look into it, be like, oh, that's Crash Bandicoot, and that's not named properly, but you'll be like, oh, that's Tony Hawk's or Tekken, for example. And it's generated the game.ini file. Let me just show you what that looks like inside. So if I open up it in text edit, as you can see, it says Crash Bandicoot, publisher Sony, the year that it was published, 1996, the number of players that this game can support, which is 1, and the discs, which is Crash Bandicoot. So you don't have to configure that yourself, it does it automatically. Okay, before we switch over to the PlayStation Classic and I'll show you how to actually run it on the Classic, one thing I just want to say is every time you want to add a game, you create a new folder here, just keep adding 1 to the number, then add a folder called game data. Just copy and paste the pcsx.cfg, so the config file, every single time. Just copy and paste that, it has to be the same one. Then add your bin and queue files. They have to be bin and queue at the moment. In a future version, I'm hoping and I'm positive ISOs and like .pbp files, like the PSP files will work as well. But for now, that's be bin and queue. Then you just run the BleemSync command by opening terminal, changing directory, as I did, and running it. Then you'll just do this process. Once it's done, that's it. We can safely eject, and I will see you over at the PlayStation Classic. Oh, I am still using it here, but I will see you over at the PlayStation Classic once we are ready to play Crash Bandicoot or any other game that you want to play. See you there. Okay, so what you want to do is with the PlayStation Classic, make sure it's all plugged in. You got a controller plugged into slot 1, the power lead, you got the HDMI, everything plugged in. Honestly, these are the official steps to get BleemSync working. I've tried it where when the console's in a slightly different state, and I found it does work, but I'm just going to show you the recommended steps. So what you want to do is unplug the power cable, And now you want to get your USB stick. Make sure it is USB 2.0 because I have a USB 3.0 here that I tried. I tried a couple of other 3.0 sticks. They did not work. I read online some people have got some USB 3.0 sticks to work, but I would highly recommend 2.0 just because the compatibility seems to be better. Okay, so with the USB 2.0 stick, you want to put it in the controller to port because it is literally just a USB port. So it's a little awkward with one hand. Hopefully I don't break the stick. That's the PSTV light that's just turned on. And now you want to plug the power back in. Okay, so now that the power plugged back in, wait for the orange light to turn back on. Now it's sort of, not the nicest on this phone. Actually, you can see the orange light a lot better now. Okay, so with the orange light on, you're going to click the power button, and if it flashes green and orange a few times, that's when you know the hack is successful. And what you'll get is this Sony Interactive Entertainment. You'll actually abruptly stop and go to something else. Now you will get your BleemSync hacked menu, and on here will be all your games. So got Crash Bandicoot. This Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 isn't an actual game. It's just basically an empty bin queue folder with a this image on there. It's just to show you the format of copying your games over. But this one is a legit one, as I showed you on the the first part of the tutorial on the computer. If I click X on here, now this will load. And save states work. You can get into the secret menu. You can change the frame rate. You can change the region. You can do all of that stuff. You can add scan lines if you really want to as well. So let me just get it up to the point where we're actually playing it, and then I will end this little part here. Okay, so we got Crash Bandicoot. So as you can see, the controller is connected to PlayStation Classic. Click X, and it goes on to the menu. Insanity Beach. Can't wait for Crash Team Racing coming out on PlayStation 4 and all the other systems as well. Let me just show you working. X and square. Okay, so that's it for setting up BleemSync on your PlayStation Classic. If you have any questions, feel free to pop me a message and I will assist you through the process. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next awesome hacky video.